Now, of course, it goes without saying, and I'm being serious when I ask you not to contact any of these people. The purpose of the video is to analyze something which is happening. It's not to disturb the individuals we're criticizing over the internet. So, yet again, socialist Hassan Piker is getting involved into a controversy because he is a socialist, which is an ideology whose main ethos is that of eat the rich and criticizing millionaires and billionaires. And it turns out that he himself not only is a millionaire, but he is proud of it. And he displays his obscene levels of wealth to the public. Which wouldn't be a problem if he was a capitalist, if he was promoting an ideology of maximizing people's wealth and trying to channel their greed into becoming productive members of society. But instead, he is advocating for an ideology that would take away 90% of the stuff he has if that ideology were to take roots. So a lot of people are wondering whether his activism for socialism is genuine, like he actually wants that system to happen, or he is just grifting. Because most people do not advocate for stuff that goes against their own interests. For example, how did Hassan make his money? Well, he made his money by using Twitch, a streaming service. Now, this type of business can only exist in a capitalist society, because if you look at other nations, like, for example, theocratic nations in the Middle East, or you look at communist China, streaming is either banned or it's incredibly regulated. So I made a video where in China, people are forbidden to donate more than they can afford to streamers. So Hassan Piker, if he actually existed in China streaming, he would probably not be a millionaire. And even if he was, then the government would force him to donate large amount of wealth to taxes or various charities. So that is one of the big reasons why people are criticizing him. The second reason why people are criticizing him is due to the fact that he is a polluter. He is destroying Mother Gaia. Now, he will make a lot of videos and he will advocate for fighting against climate change, but he doesn't seem to buy an electric car, doesn't seem to buy an electric vehicle. And if you want to add insult over injury, he takes away parking space from disabled people. Again, it's not that he does this probably on a daily basis, but it's like the little things that add up. Let's put it like that. So, it's no surprise that people are a little bit upset, but what's interesting isn't the fact that he is being hypocritical about his ideology. What's interesting is the huge amount of people that are willing to defend him for doing these things. And this is where you stop understanding, because it's not just socialists that get criticism for being obscenely wealthy. In fact, in Romania, there is a common trend where people criticize the church for being obscenely wealthy. Like, they don't like it when a priest comes up with an iPhone and with a golden Bible and he steps down from a Mercedes. No one likes that, because the ideology that the priest is promoting is one of piety, is one where you have to donate to help the poor. So when the priest says one thing and people give charity to the church, and then they see the priest obscenely rich, they get annoyed. And it's the same with socialism. I mean, the end goal of socialism is to create a classless, cashless society, to each according to their need, each according to their own ability, blah, 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 right? Do you honestly think that Hassan Piker, if he existed in a cashless society, he would only take what he needs? I mean, apparently what he needs is a $1,100 shirt. Do you only think that he would be able to make sure that he doesn't take more than what he needs so that it goes around for everyone? Do you believe that he would refuse to go on expensive vacations so that he doesn't pollute the environment? This is the question that a lot of people are asking. And what's interesting is that you get an army of people defending him. Like, when it was revealed that he lives in a mansion, you had video game journalists going, it's like, well, so you think like just because you're a socialist, people can't afford the house? I mean, they knew very well that it wasn't a house. There is a difference between a house and a mansion. Like, yes, every single person needs a house, But you can definitely make the argument that no one needs a mansion unless you live with a family of 15. So, look at this. All of the money he makes is through his labor. Nothing wrong with there being rich people. The problem is the exploitation on a massive scale that comes along with capitalism. Well, there was already a scandal he got involved in where a guy that was doing video editing for him wasn't getting paid. And again, we're not talking about some random Twitch streamer that barely makes ends meet and he couldn't pay one of his editors. No, we're talking about a guy that walks around with a $1,100 Hawaiian shirt on him and he can't pay a measly bucks to an editor? Really? And then there is the flat out lie that nothing is wrong with there being rich people. I mean, which socialist has told you that? Because the core ethos of socialism is eat the rich. And there is a problem with millionaires and billionaires. I guess there's a problem until the guy you like becomes a billionaire. And then he's one of the good guys, right? He's one of the good millionaires. But in reality, no, like socialism is appealing to a lot of people because it talks about the removal of the income disparity. So it talks about equality. And socialism, whatever it was applied, and even in theory, is not an ideology that promotes luxury goods. I mean, it promotes the bare necessities so that everyone can have them, so that it goes around. But I would like to see what actual socialist would promote the existence of $1,100 Hawaiian shirts. Because I can't think of any. Then people are complaining the way money is being made on Twitch. Yes, like this is the live reaction. By the way, if you do this on YouTube, you get demonetized. I just want to point out, like if you just play a video and you leave the empty chair and you do this often enough, it's called duplicate content. Because you're not adding that much value to the original content. Like if you do a video react on YouTube, you have to talk as much as possible. You can't just leave the chair open and just go away. What part of socialism says you have to be poor? I don't know if these people lie to themselves, because I generally don't understand why they would defend something like this. There is no part of socialism that says you have to be poor, but there is a part of socialism where it says wasteful capitalism is bad. $1,100 Hawaiian t-shirt is not going to be supported by Karl Marx. I guarantee you that. Someone get the, and yet you participate in society meme out. Look, no one is against the fact that Hassan Piker is participating in society. What people have a problem is like, can you participate in society without $1,100 Hawaiian t-shirt? Can you participate in society without traveling with a private jet? This is what people are concerned about. It's not that he is rich or he is well off. It's that he is obscenely rich and he is being wasteful. Like imagine a situation from a medieval village and the peasants are very poor and they're starving. They don't have a lot of clothes. And then one peasant comes out and says, hey, we need to overthrow the monarchy. Like there is a better system than this. Just give me money and I will fix the system. So every single peasant gives as much as they can and donate to that guy. And then that guy uses all the money to buy a noble title and now he marries the princess and he lives in a castle. Right? So now people will be like, hold on a little bit, like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm trying to work from the inside to overthrow the system. Any minute now. Any minute the system is going to be overthrown. You can see why the other peasants might look at that guy a little bit suspicious and think, you know what, I don't think you actually want to overthrow the monarchy. I think you just took our money. I think you just took our money and are now trying to have a nice life. Now, again, those peasants probably wouldn't be against some merchant that supports the monarchy to get a noble title and marry with the princess, because you'll be like, well, at least, you know, he's not a hypocrite. I mean, we can understand why he does it. I mean, if I was him, I would do it myself. But the problem is the way that Piker is doing it. It's like he's saying he's going to overthrow the system, but in reality, he just wants money from people in order to benefit from that system. And it's not like he lives within the system, because I keep making this argument. Like, I understand why people would need a smartphone in any first world country, because, yeah, you can't live without it. But do you really need the latest version of iPhone? Do you really need to spend more than $2,000 on the last version of iPhone? That is the question that people are having. So, yeah, I don't find it surprising that Hassan Piker is doing all of this. What I do find surprising is the amount of people that are willing to defend him and the arguments that they are using, which obviously shows that they pretend not to understand why other people are being critical. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.